Hello students, welcome to Max Made Easy. Today we are going to start with the topic linear equations in two variables. So there are different types of methods to solve linear equations in two variables. But before we actually start the method for solving the linear equations, let us first understand what do we mean by linear equations. So linear equations means equations having the degree of the variable only 1. That means the degree of the variable should not be more than 1. So any equation, either it be in any variable, the highest power of that equation should be 1, is called as linear equation. So in that type of equations where the degree is 1 and where we have two different variables, it is being called as linear equations in two variables. So basically equations mean there should be only two variables, that is it can be x, y, m, n, p, q, and the power of that particular variable, that is the highest power, should be 1. Now let us take one example of such equation. And the equation is 3a plus 5b equal to 26 and a plus 5b equal to 22. So we are going to mark it as equation 1 and equation 2. But before we mark it as equation 1 and 2, we have to see that the equation should be in the standard form. Which standard form do we require here? The standard form of the linear equation in two variable is ax plus by is equal to c. Now, the C sometimes can be in the left hand side also. We may also write the standard form as ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Both are considered as the standard form, where the two variables are x and y. A is the coefficient of x, b is the coefficient of y, and c is the constant. That means a number without any variable. So the constant may be in the right hand side, maybe in the left hand side. Both can be considered as the standard form. We require here, while solving this type of equations, in elimination method. Now, how many methods do we have to solve the linear equation in two variables? We have number 1, elimination method. We have number 2, substitution method. And number 3, the cross multiplication method. Now we'll go one by one. Students will first solve the elimination method. So let us start with the elimination method. Now in elimination method, we are going to take the first standard form, that is the constant being in the right hand side. Okay, so let us start with the elimination method. The name itself suggests eliminate, that means to cancel. So we are going to cancel one of the variable so that we can solve one at a time. That means first we'll find the value of the first variable and then we'll go for the second one. So the first method we are going to learn is elimination method. So there are few steps that you need to follow in elimination method. See, my dear students, solving a sum, understanding a sum is not that important as understanding the concept of that sum. If you understand the concept of every subtopics, then you can solve any sum based on that particular concept. So conceptual learning is very important. Okay, now let us understand what are the steps to be followed. Number 1, both the equations should be in the standard form. What is the standard form? Both the variables should be in the left hand side and the constant should be in the right hand side. We'll check, do we have that? 3a plus 5b, variables are in the left hand side, constant is in the right hand side. Yes, we have the first equation in standard form. We are going to mark it as equation number 1. Next, a plus 5b, both the variables are in the left hand side, 22 constant right hand side. Yes, it is in the standard form. We are going to mark it as equation number 2. We have our both the equations. So now we are going to eliminate any one variable. Okay, so what are the variables we have in this sum? That is A and B. So before we eliminate any variable, both the variables should be exactly equal. Now, what do we mean by exactly equal? Along with the variable, the coefficient should also be equal. So we'll look one by one, each variable. In the first equation, we look at 3a, like the first variable, that is a. What is the coefficient? 3. Then go to the second equation. What is the term of the variable a? It's a. What is the coefficient? 1. Is it exactly equal? No. Can we make it equal? Yes. We can multiply a with 3 and then it will become 3a, and then we can say that, okay, 3a is exactly equal. Okay, so that means we can make it same. Can we multiply only a single term? No. If you multiply anything to an equation, you have to multiply throughout. Throughout means on both the sides. Throughout with each term. Okay, so we have an option of making the variable a exactly equal. Before we do that, we have to check the other variable also. We look at the other variable b. What is the coefficient of b in equation number 1? The entire term is 5b. What is the term b in equation number 2? The entire term is 5b. Is it exactly equal? Answer is yes. So we already have an exactly equal variable in our equation. So why to waste our time in making a equal? So if we have that, in few sums we will get it, in few sums we won't. Where we don't have already given equal terms, we will make it equal by multiplying any of the equation. So here we will not multiply. We already have 5b same. So that means we need to cancel this 5b and 5b. Okay. So before we cancel, now the thing is how to cancel. Either by adding both the equation or by subtracting both the equation. Okay, 5b and 5b. This is plus 5b plus 5b. So by doing what, it will get cancelled. If I add 5b and 5b, I will get 10b. If I subtract 5b minus 5b, I will get 0. It will be cancelled. So that means we have to go for subtraction. Now, why did this happen? Because both the equal terms had same sign. If suppose it was plus 5b and minus 5b, for example, then if we add it, what do we get? We get plus into minus, minus 5b minus 5b 0. And if we subtract it, what do we get? We get 5b minus minus 5b. So minus into minus will become plus. So that means here comes a very important thing you have to pay attention. Whenever we have to cancel two equal terms, we have to look at their sign. If both the terms are having same sign, as we have here in the first case, plus 5b plus 5b, then to reduce it, we will subtract. And if it is having opposite sign, then to reduce it, we will add. So I will be repeating this thing throughout we are solving the linear equations by elimination method. I will always ask you same sign, so you have to answer subtract. Opposite sign, add. Same sign, subtract. Opposite sign, add. S for same, S for subtract. So remember this. Terms having same sign, to eliminate, subtract. Opposite sign, to eliminate, add. So here 5b is having same sign, so we are going to subtract. So we will be doing here equation 1 minus equation 2. So let's subtract. 3a plus 5b is equal to 26, equation 1. Next, a plus 5b equal to 22. Now, when we subtract, students, whichever equation you are writing down, this in the second place, you are going to change the sign of each term. So plus a will become minus, plus 5b will become minus, and plus 22 will become minus. Now the question is, why are we changing the sign? Because when you subtract like this, for example, this is the first equation minus the second equation. So when you open the bracket, this minus sign will get multiplied with each term of the second equation. Hence the sign will change. Okay, now let's subtract. 3a minus a, 3a minus a. Now a doesn't have any coefficient, which means it is 1. So it is 3a minus 1a, which is 2a. Plus into minus minus. 5b minus 5b cancel, it's gone. There's no need to write 0. 26 minus 22, it's 4. Okay, now we'll solve it further. 2a is equal to 4. So therefore, 2a is equal to 4. A is equal to 2 is getting multiplied with a. So when we are going to shift to the RHS, it will get divided. So 4 divided by 2. Therefore, A is equal to 2. So we got the value of the first variable. Now we'll go for the next variable. How to find it? By substituting. Substituting the value of the first variable in any equation, either 1 or 2. We will substitute in equation 1. What is equation 1? 3a plus 5b equal to 26. In the place of a, we are going to write 2. 3 into 2 plus 5b is equal to 26. So that is 6 plus 5b is equal to 26. Plus 6 will move that side. It will become minus 6. 26 minus 6, 20. 5b is equal to 20. Therefore, b is equals to 20 divided by 5. Therefore, b is equal to 4. Hence, our final answer is, therefore, a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 4 is the solution of the given equation. So if you have gone through the entire sum, students, I will advise you to write it. One time you can see it and write. Second time, write the same sum without seeing, so that the concept, the method get fit into your mind. There are many different type of sums we will be solving under this elimination method. That is, now here we already had the terms same. There are questions where we don't have the terms same, like none of the variable is exactly equal. So we will make it equal and then further we will solve. There are equations where it becomes difficult to make the variables exactly equal even after multiplying. That means we don't have any same common factor. So we are going to solve such type of sum. We are going to solve fractions where the variables are there in the denominator, which is not a linear. So we will be converting it into a linear and then we will solve it further. So there are few different type of sums in elimination method which we will be solving in the next coming videos. And there is a series of linear equations. So I'm going to take each and every topic, and in that each and every subtopic, we will be solving the most important sum or the frequently asked sum. I will also be taking few hot type of questions under each topic. That is the higher order thinking skills. So if you don't want to miss any of my videos, please do subscribe it and share with your friends. And happy learning to you all, my dear students. We'll meet you in the next video. Bye.